this is permissible is when one cannot concentrate without removing this disturbance. If a child is crying and affecting one's concentration, and if child is crying and affecting one's concentration, she can motion to the child to be quiet or to someone else to take child out of the room. Many poskim write that one is even permitted to say shh, right, to quell the child. This rule also applies to any other type of distraction that affects one's concentration. So that's because it's for the purpose of the prayer. So she cannot, especially a woman's father, I guess, can ignore a little the little ones, right? But mother, not so much. So that's why our sage said, so she can shush them or even hold them by the hand, or right? So continue. Since concentration during Shemoneh Esrei is a paramount, right? Paramount. If one cannot concentrate, she is even allowed to move to another location if necessary. Thus, the motion to a child does not quiet him after finishing the bracha. One is recited, one may go to a different room. So, as we never learn, at least in this class, this topic. Maybe in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch we learned very long time ago, right? But we must be able to concentrate at least on the first blessing, or at least on something. We have to concentrate during the Shemoneh Esrei. Right, because some people, and I know some of them, they do not even remember they pray or not pray. If you ask in 5 minutes, did they pray Shemoneh Esrei? Right. So in this case, we say if she cannot concentrate, she is allowed to move to another location if necessary. Right. If, for example, somebody else, let's say her husband is there and he can take of the child, take care of the child. So she has, and she must continue praying. She can go to a different room in the middle of Shemoneh Esrei. Right? Of course, only after she finished the blessing. Right? She finished one blessing, she can go to another room. Continue. If the Siddur one is using has a missing page, or if the wrong Siddur, one cannot continue, she's permitted to go and obtain different Siddur. So again, so she cannot continue. Simply, she does not remember by heart the Shemoneh Esrei, so she can go and exchange the Siddur. If possible, she should preferably motion to someone else to bring it to her. Okay, if there is someone else. If the Sefer falls on the floor and it disturbs a person davening so that she cannot concentrate, she would be allowed to pick it up. So it's not only for a woman, but also for men. So somebody like drop the Siddur, or you, let's say you're praying in the shul and the children ran and they knock down Chumash, right? 5 books of Moshe. So now it's laying on the floor upside down, the biggest disgrace. So you're allowed to stop your Shemoneh Esrei, pick it up, kiss it, of course, put it on a proper place and continue. There are other situations where one may perform an action while davening Shemoneh Esrei in order to be able to continue davening with concentration. So, and another thing was famous question that asked during the pandemic, if you see somebody start coughing or sneezing, this and that, if you're allowed to move. So now says yes, absolutely. You're allowed to, even in the middle of Shemoneh Esrei, you're allowed to move away from that person, absolutely. If one is davening and someone else knocks at the door or rings the bell, one should preferably ignore it. However, a person persists and it causes one to not to be able to concentrate, she can open the door without speaking. That's it. Not allow the visitor to enter and continue davening. The same would apply to the ringing phone. I'm not sure how is it. I mean, if it's part of your family and they understand that she is praying, I understand. But if it's like a delivery guy, this UPS person, I mean, how does he know what she's doing? Or the electric company person. I don't know. Continue. It is forbidden. We're almost done. Maybe a few more minutes. It is forbidden to daven in the proximity of dirty diapers when feces are visible, or if odor that can be detected from when one is davening. So when there are feces, so you can cover them if it's possible, right? But if odor, you have to separate yourself from odor. Where the odor ends, you have to separate yourself these 4 amas. 4 amas is, as we said, like approximately 8 feet, 7 to 8 feet. Continue. If one has already davened and then realized that there has been a foul odor from the diapers, she must daven again if there is a reason to suspect that the child's diapers has been soiled when she was davening. Okay, so right, so meaning that why would we make her daven again? Because it was in this excrement was in a place where it might be suspected that it was excrement, and she did not check the room. But if in a place that we did not expect anything bad to be there, and after we finished davening it was there, so we can ignore it. We're not obligated to daven. But here's a different story. I mean, of course, he just gives the summary, but that's the explanation. This is Shiur concerning Shemoneh Esrei and Kriyas Shema. So exactly the same rules. Actually, all of these laws they explain in Shulchan Aruch in a section of Kriyas Shema. Kriyas Shema as well as with a preliminary and conductory brachos. Okay, meaning blessings before Shema and after Shema. In regard to all other brachos, one does not repeat them if recited near the dirty diapers. So short blessings, except Birchas Hamazon. So meaning I'm just adding long blessing. If one realizes it within the time frame that one is permitted to bench, then she should repeat Birchas Hamazon. Meaning, as we learned in our class, Halachos for Brachos, if 72 minutes did not pass after she ate, or she still feels satiated from her meal, so she would be obligated to say Birchas Hamazon one more time. If child walks over to one who is davening Shemoneh Esrei, and she realizes that he has a soiled diaper, she should motion to him or to someone else that he is to leave the room. If the child remains, however, she can change the diaper, wash her hands, and continue davening Shemoneh Esrei. Of course, quietly. Okay, because it's because of the circumstances. If there is somebody to change him, okay, let him change. If not, okay, she must do it. And continue praying. If the interruption lengthy enough for her to have completed Shemoneh Esrei, she must repeat Shemoneh Esrei. Some poskim maintain that it is preferable that she returns to the place in a room where she has been davening. Okay, so it's very interesting. So about all of this interruption, it's about Shema and Shemoneh Esrei, doesn't matter. So if this interruption is longer than the time that it takes to say the whole Shemoneh Esrei from the beginning, or the whole Shema from the beginning, which is, as we understand, not such a long time. So if this interruption was longer, so a person has to repeat everything from the beginning. If not, so they continue from the place where they left off. For example, if a person had to go to the restroom, right, in the middle of Shemoneh Esrei, could not hold. Okay, even though our poskim say do not hold when you must go to the bathroom when needed, but if the urge developed during the Shemoneh Esrei, they say hold it until there is no problem, until the end. If not, person cannot hold. He or she can go to the restroom, come back. If it was fast, so they continue from the place where they left off. Okay, stop here.